Hello everyone and welcome to our new video where today we're going to be checking out the best budget smartphones out there in the market in 2018. I made this list on my personal opinion and I tried to list it down based on the price, quality, durability, and more. If you want to see the amount and find out more information about these budget smartphones, you can check out the links and description given below. So without further delay, let's get started on the video. Starting off the list, we have the Moto G6. Capture and learn more about the world around you with the Moto G6 32GB smartphone from Motorola. With the Moto G6, you can satisfy your concern by just showing the 12MP and 5MP dual rear cameras at an object or landmark, and watch as the G6 begins to try and recognize it. When the G6 figures it out, it'll automatically ask if you want to learn more. It can scan in text from a real document to text blocks. You can copy these blocks into texts, emails, notes, and more. The front-facing 8MP camera is pretty intelligent too. Instead of using a password, you can use the camera to open your Moto G6 with nothing but your good looks. When it comes to photos and video, the rear cameras can catch some marvelous pics, as well as videos in up to 1080p HD resolution. Get inventive with your videos by using the slow motion or time-lapse modes. On the front, the camera can take wide-angle selfies. The Huawei P20 Lite is the next item on the list. The Huawei P20 Lite provides a little iPhone X design magic at a third of the price, but with limited notch compatibility and subpar performance, it somehow manages to feel a bit expensive. The Huawei P20 Lite has a glass back and an aluminum frame for rigidity. The smartphone has a very smooth and clean layout with no antenna lines at the back, smartly blended dual cameras, and minimal screen borders up front. The glass back looks and feels superior and helps the P20 Lite stand out from the hordes of metal-clad, mid-range smartphones. The 5.84-inch display dominates the front fillet of the smartphone. It has a notch at the head, which is quite small. There is a choice in the settings menu to hide the notch, which the screen area on both sides of it. The glass back panel houses the vertically piled cameras, and there's a centrally placed fingerprint sensor that is quite fast and accurate. Moving on, the sixth spot on the list is the new Realme One. The Realme One has an 18:9 display, up to 6GB of RAM, a fiberglass body with a unique design, and Android 8.1 Oreo right out of the box. The phone seems to have been explicitly designed to be a Redmi Note 5 Pro killer. It has a fiberglass body with a glossy diamond cut effect on the back. The company says that there are 15 tangent planes carved onto the rear panel to reflect light in several ways and make the phone look like a diamond. While the design is undoubtedly unique and attractive, it might come across as a bit ostentatious and gaudy to some. The Realme One has a non-removable 3410 mAh battery and runs Color OS 5.0 on top of Android 8.1 Oreo. Connectivity options incorporate dual 4G VoLTE, Wi-Fi 802.11 AC, Bluetooth 4.2, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. You further get FM radio and GPS A-GPS. At a time when the industry is shifting towards USB Type-C, this smartphone practices the age-old micro USB port for charging and data transfers. The phone supports dual standby for VoLTE. On the fifth spot on the list, we have the Nokia 6.1. Catch the whole story with the Nokia 6.1. Created from a single piece of aluminum, the Nokia 6.1 highlights diamond-cut edges, a long-lasting Series 6000 unibody construction, and charming two-tone anodizing. The frame's robust nature is joined by a damage-resistant Gorilla Glass 3. The Gorilla Glass shields a 5.5-inch IPS Full HD 1920 by 1080 display with a cinematic 16:9 aspect ratio. It also emphasizes a 16MP fast-focusing PDAF rear camera with high-quality Zeiss optics, as well as an 8MP front-facing camera. The sole dual sight mode lets you seize all the action by using both the back and front cameras concurrently. This results in a split-screen video that you can share through Facebook Live or YouTube Live, all within the camera app. For your standard videos, the Nokia 6.1 supports a remarkable 4K Ultra HD video resolution. The device runs on Android 8.0 Oreo operating system and is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 630 2.2 GHz octa-core processor, as well as 3 GB of LPDDR4 RAM. You can save your apps and split-screen masterpieces on 32 GB of built-in storage, which can be extended via an optional micro SD card for an additional 128 GB of capacity. Grabbing the fourth spot on the list, we have the Xiaomi Mi A1. The phone comes with a 5.50-inch touchscreen display with a resolution of 1080 pixels by 1920 pixels. It is powered by 2 GHz octa-core processor, and it comes with 4 GB of RAM. The phone packs 64 GB of internal storage that can be extended up to 128 GB via a micro SD card. Coming to the camera specification, the Mi A1 packs a 12 megapixel primary camera on the rear and a 5 megapixel front shooter for selfies. It runs Android 7.1.2 and is powered by a 3080 mAh non-removable battery. The phone measures 155.40 by 75.80 by 7.30 height by width by thickness and weighs 168.00 grams. Coming to the connectivity options, it includes Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, infrared, USB OTG, 3G, and 4G with support for band 40 used by some LTE networks in India. Sensors on the phone include compass, magnetometer, proximity sensor, accelerometer, ambient light sensor, and gyroscope. Feel the new generation of dynamic handheld performance and long-lasting battery life with the Azure Silver Zenfone Max Plus M1 smartphone from Asus. This flagship quality smartphone highlights an advanced rear camera setup that comprises a pair of dominant shooters. One is a standard angle 16 megapixel lens with a f/2.0 aperture, and the other a wide angle 8 megapixel lens by a 120-degree field of view for taking panoramic landscapes, group photos, or any shot where you just want extra in the frame. On the front of the phone is an 8 megapixel selfie camera for all your beauty shot and video conferencing requirements. A series of Pixel Master modes are available for both front and rear cameras, including HDR Pro, Super Resolution, Beauty Mode, and Extra. The Zenfone Max Plus M1 is a powerful communication tool and multimedia device. It is provided with an octa-core processor with 3 GB of built-in RAM in support. For storage purposes, the Max Plus M1 features 32 GB of memory and incorporates a micro SD slot for extra storage. The Zenfone Max Plus M1 houses a 5.7-inch IPS screen, which employs a unique 18:9 display ratio and is intended to deliver robust images and color depth. All these features make it the third best device on the list. The second item on the list is the Honor 7X. With the Honor 7X L24 32GB smartphone, you get an edge-to-edge 5.93 inches performance with an FHD Plus 2160 by 1080 resolution for immersive visuals in supported videos and games. Talking about gaming, gamers will appreciate the cinematic 18:9 aspect ratio, which gives you more real estate for you to view. You get the upper hand in multiplayer, or you can enjoy a more extensive display when going solo. The dual 16 megapixel and 2 megapixel rear cameras are designed to instantly capture stunning photos thanks to PDAF technology, which focuses the camera quickly so you have a better chance of never missing a memory that will last a lifetime. Portrait mode is intended to provide the optimal settings for professional level results. Running the Android 7.0 Nougat operating system, this phone is powered by a 2.36/1.7 GHz octa-core processor and 3 GB of RAM. You can collect your apps and snaps on 32 GB of built-in storage, which can be expanded through an optional micro SD card up to 256 GB in size. Moving on to the top of the list, we have the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 64GB. It highlights a triple camera setup with dual 12 megapixel and 5 megapixel rear cameras and one 13 megapixel front-facing camera. You can also catch the great-looking videos with full HD 1080p video capture capabilities from the rear cameras and HD 720p from the selfie side. When it comes to playing videos, games, or any other app, you get to do it on a large and bright display. The Redmi Note 5 packs a large 6-inch ultra-bright display with a 2160 by 1080 resolution and 1000:1 contrast ratio. It runs on the Android 8.1 Oreo operating system and is powered by a 2.2/1.9 GHz octa-core processor, 4x2.2 GHz and 4x1.9 GHz, as well as 4 GB of RAM. You can store your apps, high-resolution selfies, 1080p videos, and more on the 64 GB of built-in storage, which is expandable up to 128 GB with an optional microSD card. Those were the best budget smartphones according to our list on the market today. While there are many other choices out there and some may fit you better than all of these products give a wide range of capabilities, solid performance, and great battery life, and can be the right choice for you. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you loved it. Take a moment to hit the bell icon so you'll get notified of all our latest uploads.